Welcome to part 7 of the Spongebob Creature from the Krusty Krab Let's Play, and... Now we are heading into one of them, well, my least favorite level, as I stated at the end of part 6, near the end of part 6, we have the Alaskan bullworm. And a level that I was kind of trying to bring up in earlier episodes. But really, this is where the problem of long levels starts to come into play. There are 3 segments, not counting the minigames, and dear God, they're quite a handful. So they're gonna be, like, each level is gonna have its own separate part, because they're that freaking long. It's also very weird that anyone can actually live down in the inside a body of, you know, an Alaskan bullworm. I don't get it either. It has, again, it doesn't really help that the graphics are a bit dull, and it really, well, okay, let's head into segment 1, shall we? So we now have to go find a king. And this is how we use transportation. Okay then. That's how people would transport themselves around the Alaskan bullworms. Ugh. It's also one of the more crude levels. When you boil it down, it's not that crude when you think about it. But it's just a little crazy. Yeah, I mean, I can give it props for trying something different. The problem here is, though, level length. It's not that bad when it comes to segments, but when it comes to level length, Jesus Christ, I can't stress that enough. Oof. Luckily, we don't have to worry about what kind of plane parts we need. This is really no scavenger hunt. These are literally levels of what, and they conveniently have a part that we need. They don't go into detail of what parts we need, but obviously there's no wings, no propeller, so, and as I say this, it's gonna be like, wait, there's 2 parts? What's the point of a 3rd level? We'll get to that as we go on. Ugh. I mean, an inside tongue is a drawbridge. Okay. I know this might be a fantasy creature or something, and I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of... You know what? I'm not going to say it. So now we have these turret-like enemies. We just simply use the sand slap, have attack to deflect their attacks back. They're not really an issue here, rather. It's until the 3rd level, and even then I don't think they're a huge issue. And even then I haven't really played this game in like ages. And slow down. Yeah, this is probably the level where I get the most slowdown. Oh, and it's crazy. Yeah, I don't understand why. As you saw the slowdown, it's like there was not much going on at the screen, unless it's some kind of graphics engine. and with details, because you know how Sonic Unleashed went with the Hedgehog engine and with all the lighting and shading. It looked good. The game looked gorgeous. Unleashed looked gorgeous at the expense of a horrible, at the expense of a horrible frame rate. But we'll see that once we get it to Unleashed. I honestly don't know if I should look forward to it or not. I'm looking forward to it because the daytime stages are fun. And I'm not looking forward to it because the Werehog is so long and... ugh. And then the final level, as I like to call it, the Interstellar Amusement Park before the Interstellar Amusement Park, Eggman Land. This is gonna be a rather interesting. It's gonna be a rather interesting LP. So hopefully I don't die too many times. Oh yeah, and these obstacles. It feels very samey, doesn't it? Just reskin, different with a few added animations, but same idea. Oh, we have these areas where we just have to beat every enemy just to move on. To this also to this chapter's credit, it doesn't have too much horrible padding, except for that one area. Well, this in the third area, it doesn't have that much unnecessary padding. Like you don't have to worry about any stupid occurrence happening for no reason. Oh, by the way, she's always like, yeah, she's gonna constantly repeat what she says is if you don't save her. And it goes into the whole, okay, I get it, I'll save you. But back at the topic at hand, Area 1 and Area 3 don't have as much unnecessary padding. I think that exception really goes to Level 2, or Segment 2. Oh, and even then, and it's only like one. Well, actually, no, now that I think about it. Well, okay, they technically have their fair share of padding, but I think it's most noticeable in one section. And I think, and honestly, when it comes to padding, it's noticeable in a lot of areas. That area, oh, by the way, that area right there of the 3 treasure chests, it's optional. Well, you don't have to go there. I just went there just to show that one off. Well, I just went there just to show you that it's there. I also like how the buttons are pretty much like inside pimples or something. Nah. Alright. Yeah, I can't really stress this enough, but we're gonna be here for quite a while. Oh, because really the problem I have with this, the problem I have with part 1, with the first part of the Alaskan Bullworm, is that it just stops all of the time to have it all be just for camera angle, just for the camera angle to like focus in on something, and even in it, if it's as simple as rescue all the villagers, it doesn't need that much. I mean, when it comes to the platformer, when it comes to SpongeBob's control and moveset, I don't think it's that bad here, per se. I mean, the game doesn't feel broke. The game's not broken by any means. And it's definitely not one of the worst games I've played. But it's definitely not one of the best games I've played either. And I know I should be saving this for final thoughts, but platforming, I don't mind this moveset, but if they were to do any SpongeBob games in the future, I just wish they would go back to the gameplay style that is SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom and the SpongeBob movie game. Hey, hell, I even thought of like an expansion pack that makes a bridge between both games, like downloadable content. If Battle for Bikini Bottom or movie game ever got a digital release, I don't know. I wouldn't mind something like that at least. Oh, by the way, this part funny. I'm a loose cannon, aren't I? Well, like, the way I always like to think of it is there won't, like, Patrick can have his cartwheel or something in Battle for Bikini Bottom, and you can even make Sandy playable in the SpongeBob movie game. Again, it's pretty much like an added character bonus, and I know it does, and I know it won't tie in with the movie all that well. Well, but like I said, it'll be downloadable content, and Sandy won't be part of the story. She'll just be there to add a bit of replayability. You know what I'm saying? I just wish those two games would get a re-release, like an HD port, or like improve the graphics a bit more in the movie game, just so it doesn't look too dated. It had the expansion pack that I mentioned earlier, and as far as Creature from the Krusty Krab goes, I honestly care less, really. It can just stay as a PS2 title. The amount of gameplay styles that you have, it is unique, but it's not. But it's unique with the amount of gameplay styles, but the lesson here is basically quality over quantity. Basically, no gameplay style feels broken, but at the same time, it's like, why is this necessary? But we are almost at the end of the first Alaskan bullworm part, thank God. We just have an ironing board here to rescue. There it is, right there. I'm guessing the king has played way too much Portal 1. I guess the guy has taken GLaDOS' advice way too seriously. Because, the companion cube is pretty much a reference to how people can have a relationship with inanimate objects. And this is one of the prime examples. I'm pretty sure and I just hope that there's nobody that actually has a relationship with an inanimate object. At least I hope not. And I don't want to offend anybody, but I just think it's weird. Alright, so we just defeat all the enemies. And then that is it for oh yes. You just have to use the spin and sand slap on that rope. Booyah. We've done it. And conveniently enough, that it's used as a plane part. Well, hey, at least it's not pointless. Oh, you know what that means? Mini game time! Yay! Yay! Okay, so Scrap Scramble, bonus game. What you have to do, basically what you have to do here is twist the right analog stick, or I don't even remember it's the left or right analog stick. You tilt the analog sticks to move the magnetic crane, and then you hold the R1 button to magnetize the junk piles. And you have to put them in the correct buckets. If you do put them in the correct buckets, you get a coin and, well, an added score bonus. I really don't like this minigame only because it's a little bit awkward to control. Well, it's not so awkward, especially since I played the game enough times. But when I first played this game, I had no idea how it worked. You had to, like, rotate the analog sticks to move the crane. It's just, no way. And you do this like 2 more times after each segment, as if the level isn't dragged out any longer. But that is it for part 7, folks. The next time we meet, we are going to be doing the second segment of chapter of SpongeBob's second level. See you then.